Well, hello, fabulous photographers. Today we are kicking off Instagram week over at k.m.robinson Photography, and today we are talking all about the Instagram shadow ban. Now, this is one of the biggest things I get asked about over at Reading Transforms, where I do social media marketing strategy for authors, and this is one of the most watched videos over on my YouTube channel for Reading Transforms. So today I want to talk all about the shadow ban, what it is, how to avoid it, and what to do if you get hit. So if you've got questions while we are live, go ahead, pop those in the comments. We will get those answered as we go. I've got a special bonus for you, so if you stick around, I have a freebie for you that is going to make life so much easier when you're trying to deal with the shadow ban. And today we're going to chat all about exactly what this horrific shadow ban is and why it is so incredibly terrifying to people and why it's not quite as scary as you actually think. I'm K.m. Robinson, social media strategist over here at K.m. Robinson Photography and at Reading Transforms. And if you've got questions, go ahead and hit me up. You can also find me on all of our social media accounts. If you have questions, feel free to let me know. We will get you more information about this shadow ban. But let's jump right in. What is the shadow ban? So we know that the shadow ban is something that they're pretty quiet about over on Instagram, but it is something that is affecting everybody who uses Instagram. And this is because every single account is noticed by Instagram. Here's what you need to know. Instagram is owned by Facebook, and they have very similar algorithms. The algorithms are those things that govern how we are functioning on social media. It decides what is going to be shown to our fans, in what order it is going to be shown to our fans. It decides what you see in your newsfeed when you log on to one of these social media platforms like Facebook or like Instagram. The algorithm is something that people absolutely hate because it makes their content less seen, but it is based on valuable content. So if the algorithm decides that you are giving out valuable content, which means you are getting a high interaction rate with it, they're going to show it to more people. So if you post a photo, or if you post something on one of the other social media platforms, and you get a lot of likes, and you get a lot of comments, you are going to be ranked higher in the algorithm system, which means it's going to kick your content out to more people, to show more people what you are doing. If, however, you post something and it's kind of crickets, it's going to decide you are not very valuable right now, and it's going to bury your stuff in the feed a little bit. And so the algorithm is working to kind of clean up how Instagram is working. So the shadow ban is actually something that happens when you are perceived to be misusing your Instagram account. So if you are misusing it, it is going to actually hide your content from people. And this means that anyone who is not already following you will not see your content when they are searching for things. So we all know that hashtags are a big thing. You're supposed to be using hashtags. This is how people find you. But if you are shadow banned, you are no longer in the hashtag feed unless they're already a fan of you. That means new people cannot find you, and that's a problem. So the algorithm is working in an effort to figure out what is content that is supposed to be out there and what is not. Now, here's the thing about the shadow ban. This is not meant to destroy your life. I know it kind of seems that way, but it's not meant to destroy your life. The shadow ban is actually working to target spammers and bot accounts. So have you ever had one of those tags on your social media account where it says, like my page and I'll give you 1,000 followers, or pay me this much and I'll give you 1,000,000 followers? That is a spam account. It's probably a bot posting, and they go in and they tag a bunch of people and they try to get people to notice them. Have you ever been on a hashtag and all of a sudden you see something you do not want to see? Guys, there's all kinds of stuff that kind of slips into social media sometimes. It really is very inappropriate. It shouldn't be there. The shadow ban is targeting those accounts that are putting out that inappropriate content. Now, they are looking for specific things as they are going through these different accounts to try to decide what you are going to be posting if you are a spammer or a bot. They want to make sure that people on Instagram are getting real live interactions with valuable people. And so if they think that you're a bot or they think that you're a spammer, they're going to stop you. And they're going to get hit with that shadow ban. So what do you need to know about avoiding the shadow ban? Well, actually, it's not all that hard to avoid the shadow ban. You just have to not look like a bot or not look like a spammer. So how do we actually go about handling not looking like a bot or a spammer? Now, we know hashtags are important. You as an entrepreneur are posting to get new fans and to get new potential clients. And to be seen by new people, you need to be using the hashtags. You really do. It's important to be using hashtags, and you know as an entrepreneur that there are specific hashtags that are going to work really, really well for you. And when you are using these hashtags, you are going to get more visibility. You're going to be seen by more people. You're going to be seen by more of the right people. But you do not want to use the same hashtags over and over and over again, because when you do, you start to look like a bot. You start to look like a spammer. It starts to look like you are not consciously, intentionally typing out your hashtags. You are just copy and pasting them, and it's the same thing, and it's probably not a human being posting these, because this is what those spam bots do. So let's be real. We want to keep this simple for ourselves. We want to make sure that we're doing this in a really effective way. And so, yes, we do have lists of hashtags that we know work really well. And as a photographer, let me just shout this out here, pro tip. As a photographer, you absolutely should be using both location hashtags and business hashtags. So anything related to the profession of photography you should be using, but that should be secondary to your location hashtags, because who are your clients? Who do you want to see your content the most? Who's going to pay you? It's going to be your local clients. So you want to use location-based hashtags first, then you can use the professional hashtags to get other photographers to see you. But other photographers, probably not going to pay you. They're probably just going to admire you. So make sure you use those location hashtags first. And you want to make sure you have them so that you know what you're posting. And it can be a royal pain to try to post every single hashtag every single time and remember them and all that loveliness. So yes, we all make lists. I know I have them. I have lists. It helps me out. It makes sure that I remember what I'm talking about, and I make sure that I'm not missing anything. But if I copy and paste that, I'm going to get hit with a shadow ban more likely than not, because I'm copy and pasting the exact same things over and over and over again. So as an entrepreneur who is smart enough to know that you need to avoid that shadow ban, you know you need to be selecting your hashtags very carefully. And you know you need to make sure that you are changing what you're doing so it's not the same every single time. You do not want to be using the same list. You do not want to be using the same order. You want to have certain hashtags that you do use, certain hashtags that you take out from time to time, other things that you swap in. You want to be really specific to the image that you are posting. So maybe you are a photographer who does family photography and seniors, and you would not use a senior hashtag for a family photo session, right? That just wouldn't make a lot of sense. But you will be using something like your location hashtag just about every single time. So you got to make sure that you're putting things in a different order. You want to use more, you want to use less, and you can have up to 30 hashtags. We're allowed 30 hashtags. You can either post it in your caption or in the first comment under your caption, and that will kick it out to the system so that you are in with the algorithm ranking, and then you are in with the hashtags. And so you have to make sure that you are using the best hashtags for your posts. And that means you're not going to use the same things every single time. And that means you're going to change things up. And it means you're going to change the order. And sometimes it means you are going to use more. And sometimes it means you're going to use less hashtags. You do not have to use all 30, but you have up to 30. Now, some people get a little tricky, a little slimy here, and they try to put 30 in the caption and 30 in the comments. Don't do that. They don't like that. I'm sure that they're watching that. Please, that's just not good. They let you have 30, use your 30. Or tame it down. I would have between maybe 7 and 30 hashtags for everything that you're posting, just so you get a lot of visibility with that. And that's going to lead to your interactions, which then ranks you higher within the algorithm system and shows your content to more people. Now, let's talk, because we really need to focus in on these hashtags. You need to be aware that there are some special tricks for using this that can make your life so much easier. And remember, I told you we had that freebie bonus that I was going to give you that was going to make life a lot easier for you. And I'm going to give that out to you right now. You can actually go to handlinghashtags.k.m.robinsonphotography.com. This is a free PDF that I've created that teaches you how to effectively use your hashtags as an entrepreneur out on Instagram so that you are avoiding that shadow ban. So I've got a couple of tricks up my sleeve for you to make it easy so that you are not typing it out every single time by hand, but you're still getting that unique content out there, and it makes life a little bit easier for you. It takes a couple of minutes to set up, and then you have it so much easier for the rest of your Instagram postings. Make sure you check that out. You can go to handlinghashtags.k.m.robinsonphotography.com, and this is a PDF all about helpful hints for not getting hit with the Instagram shadow ban. So I hope you'll take advantage of that. It's a pretty cool little PDF. And here's the deal. This shadow ban is really, really something that you need to take into consideration as you are posting. You want to make sure that you are posting good, valuable content that gets your fans' attention and gets them to interact with you, which then gets you that better ranking over on the algorithm system and kicks your content out to more people so that you are noticed by more people. But we know that sometimes things are going to happen. We know that sometimes the algorithm system is going to flag your account. We know that sometimes it's just going to misread things, and you are going to end up with a little bit of a problem. You could potentially be shadow banned. Dun, dun, dun. What do you do when you get shadow banned? What happens if the horribleness that is the shadow ban happens to you? Well, don't panic, first off. The first step is to not panic. I know a lot of people who figure out that they have been shadow banned, and they panic. And they come to me, and I calm them down, and this is what we talk about. But first, I want to tell you a little bit about how to figure out if you have been shadow banned. So, if you are unsure, if you're seeing a severe decrease in the number of likes and comments and interactions you're getting on Instagram, it's possible that you got shadow banned. Now, that is not the only explanation. They are constantly changing the algorithms. They're tweaking the algorithms. Things are changing all of the time. Maybe it's the time of day that you're posting, but there are going to be times when you see a dip in your Instagram interactions, and that's okay. Don't panic. Sometimes it's just that one particular post. Sometimes it's when you post during the day, and sometimes they're just kind of playing with the algorithms a little. It's okay. But if you're thinking that perhaps you got shadow banned, here's what you need to do. Post a photo on your account. Use the hashtags you want to use, and then I want you to sign out of your Instagram account. You can either sign out of your Instagram account, you can go to an Instagram account that you have that does not follow your account. You can get on your computer and go to the Instagram site and not sign in, because the trick here is that you cannot be signed in. This is an account that does not follow your account that you just posted on. And you need to go into one of those hashtags that you just used and search for your picture. See if it's going to be in that feed. If it's not in the feed, check one of your other hashtags. If you're not finding it there either, now we might have a little bit of a problem. Check a couple more hashtags, because sometimes it gets buried in the hashtag feed. Sometimes people post a lot of stuff and it just gets buried. That's okay. Check a couple of them. If you're not there, it's possible that you have been shadow banned. And remember, the shadow ban is when they do not allow people who do not follow your account to see what you have posted. So if they already follow your account, they can still see you in the feed. They can see you in the hashtag feed too. But if they do not follow you, they cannot see you as a new person. So you have to be logged out in order to see if that's going to work for you, and if that has happened to you. If you have been shadow banned, if you're pretty sure that it has happened to you, oh no, what are you going to do if it hits you? Here's what you need to do. We are going to try to reset your account. That means I need you to stay off of Instagram for 48 to 72 hours. I've even heard people who have had to stay off for 4 or 5 days, even more than that, to clear their account. If you have been flagged as a spammer or a bot account, and they have shadow banned you, you gotta reset it. That means you are no longer active in this account. Do not sign into it. Do not post photos. Do not react to comments. I know you may get some notifications. Do not look at them. Stay off the account entirely. Do not go anywhere near it. And most of the time, it will reset for you. After that period of 48 to 72 hours, if you are worried about it, go a little bit longer. Take a couple extra days. It's not going to hurt. Because remember, if you sign in too early and it didn't work, then you have to start again. So it's better to go a little bit longer and prolong that just a little bit than to jump in early and then have to do it even more. So clearing your account should work in most cases. Sometimes it doesn't. If it doesn't, you got to start reporting the problem through Instagram, because that's all we know right now. We know that you can clear it this way, or you may have to reach out to them and see what's going on. So clear your account, then you can go back in and post a photo. Use your hashtags and check to see if you are there by posting and then signing out and looking at those hashtag feeds. If you're there, ta-da, you fixed your shadow ban. Now we need to be more careful. So we want to avoid posting too many hashtags that are identical to all the other posts that you are doing. You want to avoid tagging too many people in photos. I recently was chatting with someone who was trying to promote themselves by tagging a bunch of different brands in her photo. And this got her flagged and shadow banned, and she is still struggling to get her account reinstated and cleared of that shadow ban because she was tagging all of those people in the pictures. That looks like spam. It looks like someone who's trying to get attention by being a spammer who's just tagging people in photos. Don't do that. If you want to show somebody what you're doing, tag 2, 3 people, but don't tag more than that. You do not need to be spamming a whole bunch of photographers or a whole bunch of entrepreneurs that work in your area, a whole bunch of local businesses, because that looks like spam and it's going to get you flagged. You got to be really, really careful when you are posting that you are not accidentally getting yourself flagged as someone who is a spam account or a bot account. So the shadow ban is something that's actually really good because it is eliminating bots, it's eliminating spammers, but sometimes it kind of has some fuzzy lines there. It's not really sure who you are or what you're doing. And so you got to take into account that you are doing this in an organic way, in an active way, in a strategic way that is not going to look like a bot is posting on your behalf. And this also goes, guys, pro tip here. If you are using some third-party app to post on Instagram or any of your social media feeds, the algorithm systems will ding that. They will see that you are using a bot to post on your behalf, and you will get kicked down in the algorithm ranking system. And I'm talking about any of the social media platforms here. This is not just Instagram. So do not ever use a third party to post on any of your social media accounts because you will go down the algorithm system, and that's not good, and it's a little bit hard to come back from if you are knocked down in that system. The shadow ban is getting rid of those spammers and bots, so as long as you don't look like a spammer or a bot, you are consistently interacting with people, you're using different hashtags, you're using different types of posts, you are using different captions, you're going to be good. Make sure you grab that PDF. Remember, handling hashtags.k.m.robinsonphotography.com, and that'll get you a really great, strategic, super easy to set up and use way to avoid looking like a spammer out on Instagram and avoid that the shadow ban. You want to make sure that you're taking extra good care of that. And if it happens to you guys, take the time to stay as far away from Instagram as possible to clear your account, and then come back and start using it in a more strategic way with intentionality to make sure that it does not happen to you again. Because if you keep getting flagged and shadow banned, I can't even imagine how bad that's going to be for your ranking in the algorithm system. If you've got questions, go ahead, hit up my comments below. I am here to help. I am here to answer your questions. You're welcome to reach out to me on social media. You can find me at k.m.robinson photography on Facebook and Instagram. You can also hang out with me over at k.m.robinsonphotography.com, or if you happen to find me on Reading Transformed, I would love to hear from you over there too. I'm happy to answer all of your questions. And as always, if you absolutely love this, I would love for you to go ahead and hit the share button, because we are trying to raise awareness within the photography industry on how to strategically and effectively use social media marketing strategy as a photographer. A lot of photographers focus specifically on their marketing within their local area, but they don't focus as much on their social media marketing strategy. But this is a huge opportunity to reach out to new people, get new fans, and educate your clients. This is so incredibly important, because if you can establish a relationship through social media, this is going to save you so much time and effort when they actually are ready to do their photos and they think of you first, because they have this relationship with you on social media, and you have educated them and prepared them for their photo shoots, their in-person sales consultations, for everything they're going to be doing with you and how they're interacting with you, and you've already done it through your social media. So we are focusing on that. Hit the share button for me and let your photographer friends know who you think would benefit from this, because when we grow the photography world and we're educating photographers and how to educate their clients, we're educating the entire world, and it's making everything easier for you and your photographer friends, and for me, and for all the other photographers out there who are trying to get their fans to actually do what they need to do to effectively have their photo shoots and not stress over all the little details that we sometimes have to stress over because our clients are not always the most prepared. When we can educate them through social media, it helps you, it helps me, it helps all your friends, and it helps your clients. So it's totally a win-win all the way around. You can join me on k.m.robinsonphotography.com for more information and access to our online courses, our online communities, our resources, tutorials, articles, our videos, our on-demand mini trainings, our free masterclass webinars, and the amazing projects that we're working on over at k.m. Robinson Photography. You can also join me over at community.k.m.robinsonphotography.com, which will kick you over to my closed Facebook group, where I'm there all the time educating on the social media algorithms, how to beat them, how to avoid them, how to work with them. We talk about branding your photographer brand, educating your clients, and really equipping them to get out there and bring new clients to you, which is kind of awesome. It's a great group of really supportive photographers, and we would love to have you join us. It is brand new because we are just jumping in with k.m. Robinson Photography's social media marketing strategy. I was asked just maybe 2 weeks ago by some photographer friends of mine who were watching what I was doing over at Reading Transform to educate my New York Times bestselling authors on how to use social media strategy within their marketing strategy, and we've jumped over to k.m. Robinson Photography to do this for photographers as well, because I've been in the photography industry for a long time now, and I'm kind of excited to be educating on social media strategy for photographers. So come join me over at community.k.m.robinsonphotography.com, where you'll have direct access to me and you can ask me questions all the time. It's going to be awesome. And as always, I have more freebies for you because I never walk away without freebies. And I've got an extra one for you, which I'm really excited about. If you are excited to use social media to really build up your marketing strategy, reach out to new clients and educate them and equip them to do better with you as a business partner as they're entering into a business arrangement with you for their photo shoots, I would love to give you a little bit of insight on how to use Instagram stories. Now, Instagram we've been talking about with the Shadowban, but there is so much more to Instagram than just that Shadowban and just your Instagram feed. They let us use Instagram stories. They let us use Instagram Live, and this is one of those things I love educating on over at Reading Transforms and here at k.m. Robinson Photography. This is huge within my own businesses. So within all of the businesses that I run, and I do have more than one, I am using Instagram Live. I'm using Instagram Stories. I'm using all of these platform additions that they are putting out there recently, and I'm so excited because we are talking all about Instagram Stories and how you can use that as a photographer. You can jump onto insiders.k.m.robinsonphotography.com, where I'm giving you a full-out, click-for-click, button-for-button tutorial on how to use Instagram Stories, because I know you're sitting there thinking, what is Instagram Stories? Because most people don't know at this point. A lot of photographers are not taking advantage of Instagram Stories, so if you do, you have a huge opportunity for educating your clients in a brand new way and getting that real-time, face-to-face, daily interaction with them, because it is short video clips and photos of your life, of what you're doing. It's a real-time look into your business, but it only lasts for 24 hours, and so it's almost as effective as a live broadcast, only you don't have to be live. It's amazing, and I hope you'll check it out. It's a click-for-click tutorial all about using Instagram Stories, plus specific ways that you as a photographer can and should be using this within your business. And there's bonuses there, because what's a bonus without bonuses, right? I've got some tutorials and checklists and a swipe file. So the checklist is going to tell you exactly what you need before you are doing your Instagram Stories for a specific type of Instagram story for photographers. And then the swipe file is going to be word for word, something that you can say and just fill in the blanks in one of your Instagram stories. You can use it over and over and over again. It's totally tweakable, so I hope you'll check it out. Insiders.k.m.robinsonphotography.com, and that'll also get you ready for our newsletter where I'm sending out weekly tips on how to bump up your social media marketing strategy as a photographer and use it to get more clients to come into your studio. I'm k.m. Robinson, social media strategist over at k.m. Robinson Photography and Reading Transforms. I hope you will come and hang out with me. You can find me on social media at k.m. Robinson Photography, on Facebook, and on Instagram. And I am all over all of the social media platforms with Reading Transforms and with my author brand, k.m. Robinson Books. So feel free to look me up, come hang out with me. It's going to be awesome. And you can also hang out with me on my website, k.m.robinsonphotography.com. Thanks so much for joining. Again, if you've got questions, hit me up below. Let me know what you want to know more about. And we will talk all about the Shadowban, about Instagram, about how to use social media as a photographer. And we will get you ready to get out there and market better to your fans and really engage them and equip them and empower them to have the best photo shoot of their life and get you some really great sales. Because, of course, that is the main goal here, to make sure that you are taking care of your business. So if you would like to know more about social media strategy for photographers, hit up my comments below, hit the share button, let your friends know, and let's make this happen. You can join me for the rest of Instagram week. We are talking all about things like hashtags and geotags and everything that you need to know about your social media marketing on Instagram as a photographer. Now, not everything, because I have a lot to teach, but we do have 5 really great things starting today, going all the way through Friday, and then we have a live question and answer session on Saturday, so I hope you'll join me Saturday 9 a.m. You can bring any social media marketing questions to me, and we will be chatting and hanging out. I hope you'll come join me. Thanks so much. You guys have a fantastic day. Good luck with the Shadowban, and if you want more information, you can actually go to shadowban.readingtransforms.com, where I have a full live broadcast video that I made right after the Shadowban came out with everything we needed to know. So if you want to learn more, shadowban.readingtransforms.com will kick you over to that, and you can learn just a little bit more than we talked about here. And if you've got questions, let me know. You guys have a great day, and stay inspired.